Let's worship the moon now.
Yeah, now they're following the devil, you know? Yep. So we see the actions of our people, from the celebrities to these criminals in the ghettos, thugs, you know? Go ahead.
The other was speaking about how our people don't take no accountability, but they still be complaining. Yeah. It's Hosea 5:15. Yeah. I will go and return to my place, so they acknowledge their offense.
You gotta acknowledge that you fucked up, man. Hey, that's the hardest part about this. Acknowledging everything that I've been living and why I'm not successful in life, because I fucked up. Yeah. But not only in this life, then you get deeper, you realize I've been fucking up for years. Every good way I thought I was has been wrong. Every way I've been taught to generations has been wrong. In previous generations, I've been a fuck up. You know, but this is the chance to get it right, man. This is the chance. And us coming back in a lot of the prophets, hey, we must have did something right at some point. Let's get back into that. Okay?
Because part of it is personal conviction, man. Understanding that, hey, man, shit, you should feel bad understanding, hey, the truth, man. Hey, because, hey, as the brother brought out, going into the book of Ephesians 6, he said, what? Hey, you get cut first. Yeah. And you get cut before you can hold.
4.
Yeah, Hebrews 4 and 12. So you know, you get cut with the sword before you can wield it, man. Yep. You know, that's like the beauty of it. It's like if you haven't taken the responsibilities of improving, hey, and bettering yourself through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, you can't hold the light, man. Because then you would be considered a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Now, another thing, Jake, they're good at making excuses for themselves too. Yeah. You know, they always have some type of justification to not change. You know, and blame everything except themselves. Yeah. You can't. Hey, that's not how it works, man.
There's a generation that is right in their own eyes.
Yeah.
That's pure in their own eyes. But are not cleansed from their filthiness.
There you go. It's wonderful. Remember how that goes.
Oh, I got some.
He had more.
For testimony, I was explaining that exact. You know what you were just saying to my brother and to my mom. My mom in there making a big pot of bacon, got her Christmas tree in the corner, but asking me like, well, why would God punish us if we don't remember what He did in the past? And I was just trying to explain to them, you know, they ain't gonna do that. So continuing in Hosea 5:15. I'm gonna start over. I will go and return to my place, so they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
Exodus 20, start at verse 1. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make any thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath under the earth. Thou shalt not bow thyself down to them, nor serve them.
Hey, what they getting ready to do on the 25th? Yep. They gonna have their children bow down to the tree of Nimrod.
Yeah.
Rod of Nimrod.
To the rod of, to Nim's rod.
Yeah.
You know? And you're doing it out of, well, really it ain't ignorance, because the information been out there. I'm sure you came across that. Showing you that Jake they're just going to continue to write it out, being a damn stubborn, you know, stiff-necked nation. Go ahead.
For I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
And look, we rarely bring this out, talking about the Israelites, but we have to make sure that that's what it applies to as well. Okay? Well, our people get judged. Well, I'm thinking about the one in Isaiah 14, but it's the same deal. Yeah. This directly applies to that. Okay?
It says in Baruch 3 and 8 that we are yet this day in our captivity and being subject to payments because of what our forefathers did. Yep. And if you can receive it, That's basically saying we're in this predicament because of what we did generations ago in our reincarnations. So we're suffering for it now. So we can't really complain to the Heavenly Father, even because it was our transgressions. The Lord ain't wrong for basically acting upon what He agreed to. That was already in the covenant. This is what's going to happen. He ain't wrong for that.
Nope.
You're the one that's in the wrong.
Hey, and if you look at the setup of how He set up the agreements of it, so keep evil out of Israel, we're supposed to do these certain things to remove evil from Israel. You know, if somebody going off, you know, they got to do this and that. Because the whole nation is responsible for it. We are our brother's keepers.
Yeah.
So the whole nation will get punished for not correcting that evil within our people.
Yep.
Now, because we got just 2/3 of badass kids in our nation, and just ain't gonna get right, a bunch of can't get right. And the whole nation will get punished for those that were trying. They were imperfect, but were still trying. Right? Let me say it real quick. But now, with the new covenant, only the bad kids get punished, and the good kids that's really trying, I was calling them good kids, but the ones that's sincerely trying can have the opportunity for salvation.
Showing mercy unto the thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
There you go. But there's millions of Israelites, probably billions of Israelites on the planet. But unto them, the thousands of them that love me, the number that should automatically come to the surface in your mind is 144,000. Okay, and then the 1/3, of course, right? So the Heavenly Father just with how He set this thing up. That was it on
Yeah.
that brother finished, right?
I had something.
Yeah.
Get what you was gonna get and go back
I'll
to
go
that
back to that.
Lamentations.
Yep.
It's like that was on Lamentations 3 and 40.
Yep.
This is Lamentations 3 and 40. Let us search and try our ways and turn again to the Lord.
Hey, because right now, what are we out here doing? It says, according to Isaiah, the 30th chapter, in the 20th verse, that you're going to hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk you in it."
Yep.
We're trying to restore you back to the old way, the old path. All right, which is the keeping of the commandments, but also believing on the Messiah as the sacrifice for Israel to return back to the Heavenly Father, man. Serving Him with one consent. All right, but like it says in Jeremiah, they said, "Well, we will not walk therein." That's Jake's attitude, man. You know, you try to mention to Jake that these are, you know, hey, put the swine down. Well, my God said all you got to do is just pray over it and it'll be cleansed. You know, the Lord told Peter, kill and eat. Just completely lost, man.
But they try to justify their wickedness.
They try to justify their wickedness, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 41. Let us lift up our heart with our hands unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in the heavens. We have transgressed and have rebelled. Thou hast not parted. Thou hast covered the danger.
I think they got pardoned though. Because since this is even work hasn't been executed speedily. What's the other one?
Therefore, the hearts of sons of man is set on them to do.
Right, but there's one in the apocryphal. What's the one in the apocryphal?
There's no remembrance.
Oh, they have lost my law.
No.
That have received benefits.
All of those go, but the one I'm thinking is because judgment never goes forth is the one.
No, that's Habakkuk 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Yeah.
The law is slack and
Right.
judgment never goes forth.
Therefore, wrong judgment proceeded.
That's
Yeah.
right. So Jake feels like they not getting. Man, I'm just getting punished for slavery, man. Nigga, you fucked up. You caused this to come upon yourself.
Yeah, I mean, why should we get upset when a nigga get blown down
Right.
in the pavement? This
You know what that
nigga,
nigga was into?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? If the Mossad had that nigga taken out of that matter, that nigga had that shit coming.
Right.
All right. The Lord said, "Judgment is mine, man." You know, what was this
Let him
nigga
do,
into?
bro.
Because it even tells you in Romans the 13th chapter that that this basically, if somebody can find it, basically he's a minister of the Most High on the left hand side to the good. You know, but if you do something wicked, hey, he bears not the sword in vain. I think it's in Romans 13 and it might be like.
Let's see it is for. Matter of fact, let me start up.
Jake out there robbing shit, just robbing old people in broad daylight, coming into people's homes.
The niggas that robbed a couple in the restaurant.
The restaurant, yeah.
Broad daylight.
You got Jake basically jumping and beating the shit out of elderly people that can barely walk, and going in their purse or in his pockets.
Their brother sent the one yesterday with a nigga shot the clerk in the face.
Yeah. See, these niggas is doing all type of grimy shit, man. You know, but we ain't supposed to say nothing. We only supposed to just come out when Esau blew these niggas down. No, man, fuck all that, man. Jake is wicked as all hell, man. You know.
I started in verse 3. This is Romans 13, verse 3. It says, "For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil."
Yeah, hey, there it is.
Yep.
All right. So you do some wickedness, it's gonna return to you, man. That's why we don't feel nothing. We know that judgment was basically executed.
I'll read the next verse.
We hear Esau, shooting niggas down,
Stringing niggas up in playgrounds and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That ultimately is judgment, man, including you women too.
Yeah. It's not this. Hey, when y'all enroll in this, enlist in this draft, men and women enlist in this draft, y'all get murdered out there in the streets of the Middle East, of the Fertile Crescent over there. You deserve that. You deserve that. One more line. For we must needs be subject not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. So these things are coming. If you don't correct your conscience on these things, the wrath is going to meet you, man. And it's going to be justified that it happened unto you.
Yeah, hey, because what does it say about the spirits of vengeance that are created?
Yeah.
They pour out that force. It appease the wrath of him that made it. So that ultimately that's the wrath of the Heavenly Father, man. And once that soul is taken, that appeases him. Because what is the purpose? To get rid of the evil. That's the reason why those are written in our judgments, man. A lot of those judgments unto death is to put away that evil. Because if it's never nipped in the bud, that shit is gonna spread, man. They're not gonna be fearful to not repeat these things, man. Repeated offenses, because they're not being judged for it.
Charles Murray said Jacob's habitual lying stuff, man.
Yeah, and that's why Jake's cities are so murderous, is because there's never no true justice. There's no judgment there, man. If somebody give me Isaiah the 59th chapter, it's like they don't even know the way of peace and judgment.
The first two verses.
Really, that
whole chapter go.
The first half of that whole chapter, it goes in, man.
Yeah.
This is Romans chapter 1. I'm going to start verse 18. It says, "For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven against all the ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness, because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them, for the Most High have showed it unto them." Basically, he showed them the wrath of you doing some error, you're going to get judged, man. And with his wrath.
This is Isaiah 59, and one we start at the top.
Yeah.
Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save,